Hey, hey, put a smile on your face. Sunday chillin', song that you can bump to. One day chillin', doing whatever you want to. Sunday chillin', song to sing along to. And we gon' do whatever we gon' do. I know you want to, you can sing along too, yeah. I see you can sing along too, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Put my feet up.
Just comfy, buddy.
Hey, they see? Is it even an off season anymore? Like I said,
Riley
fairy
called it.
tale. It's a myth. It's a floozy, flozzy.
Well, all you see an advertisement like from Gatorade or Nike and all those people, they're all like, there is no off season.
Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely gets
gotta be
pushed.
some truth to it.
Definitely gets pushed from the upper ranks down.
Oh, the media is all over it, yeah.
I never had an off season. I think I had. It was 1 week and 2 days out of the whole calendar year where I was not doing sports. Now I was still in that 1 week and 2 days. It was in the weight room twice a day to get ready for football, from baseball to football. So I don't know if you call that an off season, but
Yeah, there's
I don't think it's much of.
kids nowadays are just run.
Yeah.
One thing after another. That's the complaint with my girls right now is Jaden primarily is like, it's summertime. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to go do stuff, but I can't because I got this and I got that and I got this. And it's like, well, believe it or not, you signed up for it all. Like when we asked, you said, yeah, let's do it. So sure you can complain now, but it's you chose it. So
I think the off season is when you're if you're a basketball player or whatever season it is, that's the off season. So since it's not basketball season right now, it's the off season for basketball. But you're in track or you're in soccer. Then when that season's over, then it turns into their off season. But then you go into baseball so I think the off season is just whatever sport it is, and you're not playing it.
Yeah, if you're a single sport athlete, you might have a off season where you really are not really doing much. You might go do some camps, might go do a tournament here and there, but really you're not playing a sport.
yeah, later in my high school career, I just became a single sport athlete. I had an off season, but it also at the time club stuff was not near as big as it is now. So I'm sure now that, even as a single sport athlete, probably not much of an off season, right? Your club ball, your tournaments, we'd have our season and all that, and then we would play in a few tournaments, but it wasn't like a club season, where you're practicing twice a week. It was, hey, we got a tournament this weekend, see you there kind of thing. But I was just looking at Jaden's schedule. Once track's done, she gets I think maybe 3 weeks, if that, and then you got volleyball stuff summer volleyball stuff starting up, summer dance stuff starting up. So yeah, it's no off season anymore in terms of just free,
Well, you should come from the older generation where we did have an off season. Our summer was summer. Yeah, we played baseball, but it wasn't 60-some games like they are now.
No.
So we did have an off season. And like you said, we didn't have club. We didn't even have open gyms in the summertime.
What's better for a high school athlete, you think? Not having an off season or taking a legitimate 2-3 month break from just sports?
I think in this day and age, I don't know if you can take that much time off. I guess my response would be, what would be better is try to limit the number of activities that you're doing. And not become a single sport athlete, but limit it to a handful of activities. And I include dance or gymnastics, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think, obviously when they get into school, they're doing dance, FBLA, cheerleading, FFA, all those, so that's just my thought. I mean, if you could just limit knock down the number of activities that you do during the year. That would be better than cutting it cold turkey and say, no, I'm not going to do anything for 4 weeks or whatever it may be.
Well, that's the other thing that I think is different from when I was in high school now. Maybe my memory just sucks because I didn't do all these, but like the FBLAs, the FFAs, all these different, just, out, not necessarily sport, but all these other groups or committees or whatnot that they become a part of that, just adds to the schedule.
Right. And I'm not knocking them.
No.
I'm saying include them, but just, pick and choose some of those where you're not doing 15 different activities throughout the year or whatever. That's just me being an old guy on that part of it.
No, I mean, I think you got your students that are maybe don't take the sport as serious as others, and so they might play multiple sports, but they're not going out of their way to go to camps. They're not going to club sports. They're not doing this or that in the off season. But they might do basketball and then they go do track, and then they might have a summer break and then they come back and play volleyball or whatever. I think an off season might exist a little bit more with those type of people than like your daughters, for an example. Yeah, there's no off season for them. But I think there are some people out there that, might not take their athletics as serious, just kind of do it more for the pure fun aspect of it or socialization of it. Yeah, I can see them having like an off season. And
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that just do the school sport, right? And they don't do any club attached with it all. It's just they do basketball and track, and they only do basketball if it pertains to Amherst, They only do track stuff that pertains to Amherst, and the club stuff is just non-existent to them. They obviously have a little bit lighter of a schedule and can probably manage it and whatnot, but, I mean, I like more reps personally as a dad, as a parent. I think it keeps them down a path I like them going down, as opposed to just, I mean, yeah, sure. I want you to go have fun with your friends. I want you to, be able to do these other things. But I don't know. Part of me thinks that, if they start doing a lot of that, then they're going to veer off the path, right? They're going to veer away from doing the sports stuff and be like, no, I'm just going to keep doing this over here that I've been doing the last 3 months, hanging out with friends and hitting the pool and, going to the movies and this and that. So I'll risk burnout and all of that to, in my opinion, keep them on that path that to me is the most productive one.
okay, so with the positives of you liking more reps, as a parent with all this non-off season club sports, tell me about, how do you feel about all the traveling you have to do?
Well, that's twofold. On one hand, I love it because it is where I get a lot of my social interaction with different people in, right? Like, I'll use club volleyball because that's what we're just coming out of. The team I coached, we went to, I think, Lincoln 2 or 3 times, Omaha once, so we'd had weekend trips, right? Well, it's fun because you make friendships and with parents and, parents of the girls on the team, parents of, other girls that play club ball that are going to the same tournaments. So when you're down there, you're hanging as a parent, you're getting that social interaction instead of just going to work every day, coming home, seeing the family, and then repeating the process, right? So that I do like. It is a time that I also use to get my fix of stuff, Does it eventually reach a point where it feels like it's never ending? Yeah. Like this last club volleyball season, for whatever reason, I felt like it was 6 months long. Don't know why. Same as normal. But it felt like when it ended, I was like, it's over. Because for whatever reason, and I think it was more from just the situation, the team I had, the practices, from that aspect of it. Tournaments are a blast. I love tournaments. I love going to them. In all honesty, this last season, my entire team practiced together 2 times the entire club season. I could have just said, "We're never practicing. I'll see you at the tournaments," and it would have been about the same. So, no, I enjoy it.
So why was that? Why didn't you have everybody there?
Just what we're talking about.
That's what I was alluding to.
Just what we're talking about. Because you guess what? Basketball season ended, and in my mind, it's now club volleyball season. But in the girls' mind, it's now track, it's soccer, it's tennis, it's club basketball was kind of practices were getting going. So it's
Golf season, baby.
golf season. But no, I had girls on my team that literally just got out of basketball. Basketball ended, right almost. We had a couple practices before state basketball was over, but basketball ended and they went straight to. They're a part of a club volleyball team, on a soccer team, maybe a tennis team, and also track. And then to boot, we had girls coming. We had, not on the team I coached, but Jazz's team had a girl coming from a cook.
Yeah.
That's a commitment right there.
Wow.
We have girls coming from Grand Island. We got, these girls are in all these other sports, plus they're traveling multiple hours to make a club volleyball practice on a Tuesday night. It's crazy. But I'll reiterate, I like that path compared to.
What do you think the rate of burnout is? And I think we maybe touched about it another talk before, but
I personally feel that the rate of burnout due to just the actual sport that they maybe they get burnout in is very low, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think burnout's a lot more than just what goes into just that sport. I think it's like what I just talked about. It's all of those sports combined, and if they're not burnt out just on one sport, they just get physically and mentally burnt out on the schedule itself within life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very rare for someone to just be like, "Oh, I'm burnt out on basketball. I don't want to play anymore." Well, you're probably not burnt out on basketball. You're probably burnt out on because you have something every day of the week, 365 days a year.
So it's not sport or activity specific. It's schedule specific.
I think it's more schedule. You just happen to be hitting. You happen to have it hit you harder because it's in basketball season, and that's what's on your mind.
Yeah. Well, and I might be talking out of both sides of my mouth here, but I do think there probably needs to be a bit of an off season for something, just because of all the activities they're in. They need a break. I don't think a week or two going to the pool and hanging out with friends is going to kill them too much. I mean, when they get back, right?
Or something,
but I mean, I get it because it's the day and age of you got to stay on top of things if you want to be competitive. So I do understand that. But
I feel like with all the, all the weekend tournaments and stuff like that, I almost feel like for some people, the financial strain definitely hits harder to where, these tournaments basically, it turns into your family vacation. It's like, hey, we're going to go to Omaha 3 times in the next month.
That's how I've gotten out of the last 2 family vacations. Exactly. I said, no, right? We just went to Lincoln and Omaha 4 weekends in a row.
I think there's definitely a lot of positives that come with the no off season. You stay in shape, you keep your body active. You don't really lose any, I don't know.
We see the yellow Sarah.
Memory of things. But, I think we definitely touched up on a lot of the negatives of it. But I think it's just kind of like anything else in life. You got a lot of lemons out there. You just got to learn how to make lemonade out of it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm with Brandon. I love going to the tournaments and watching and helping and being a part of that whole atmosphere with like club volleyball, for example. I enjoy that. I just think about all those kids when it comes to the school season. Then, we get a few weeks into the school season and they're already talking about all the different activities they're doing and having to be at the school at 6 a.m. and And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here. Don't
Well, I think a lot of it depends on too. What are they doing with their off season, right? Like nowadays, what do a lot of kids do? They're sitting in front of electronics, vegging away on the couch, for weeks on end. So, you know, you worry about that too. Yeah, a break could be good, but utilize your time and do something, right? Don't have to go hard in the paint in sports, but don't also just become a bum, essentially.
Go on some walks, bike ride, jog, whatever.
See, in my day and age, when we didn't have that off season, quote unquote, and we didn't have all the gaming items and such, we'd still get together at the school on the playground and play hoops at an 8-foot hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Played basketball in the 8-foot hoop, right?
I did that
And
too.
we'd go out,
Had an 8-foot hoop.
play in the afternoon, and then go out to the pits and swim, and or go to the pool and swim. I mean, that was our social activity time. Even if it was off season, we're still doing something active. But I get what you're saying. Today's a little bit different with all the media and the gaming and.
Well, and I've been dealing with this with Jazzy really bad right now, but like Jazzy will do everything because she thinks if she doesn't and her friends do, now she's missing out on it, right? School stuff too, like which is weird. And again, maybe I just wasn't, paying attention well enough in school or something, but they are so worried about not being a part of it, especially if their friends are doing it, that they will just keep stacking it up and doing everything just to not be the kid that didn't do it.
To me, that goes back to my day and age. They want to be around their friends.
Yeah.
They say they don't want to miss out, but it's because I think they want to be around their friends. And so that media and the gaming and the Instagrams and all that, maybe it doesn't fulfill that need of having that friendship and face to face. And
Right.
that's just a thought that came to me while you were talking about that.
Yeah.
I had, so from whenever you can get in like traveling baseball, whatever age that was, I was in it all the way up until 18. And only one summer in that huge span of time, I only had one summer where I didn't play baseball. And I do remember that summer is probably one of my more fun summers where, I don't think I slept at my own house all summer. Maybe like 3 times because my dad told me, hey, you got to come home. Like,
Haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
haven't seen you. You got to come home at least one night. I don't care if you get up at 6 a.m. and go back to your friend's house. I don't care. But you have to come home. Okay. But that was, I had one summer where it was an off season. I didn't do a dang thing with sports. Went to the weight room a lot, things like that. But I didn't do any camps, didn't do anything like that. And I had a blast. It was a lot of, going and doing something in the morning with my friends while it was cool. And then we would go watch TV and play video games in the afternoon when it's hot. And then we'd go back outside when it cools down again and rinse and repeat all summer long.
So how did that affect you when you went into the season, the fall season?
Too many Dorito Loco tacos over
Let
summer.
me go get all the trophies after that season. No, I don't know. I would like to say didn't see a difference, but
So you were refreshed.
yeah, I was definitely looking forward to it. Refreshed, looking forward to it. I was hungry to get into something. And I know my friends were the same way that I was hanging out with all summer. We spent all summer talking about football because that was the next sport coming up. And we would go down to the local pharmacy because our football coach was the pharmacist there. And we'd almost stop by every day and just talk football with him about the next season. And so, I don't know, it made us really wanting to play made us looking forward to it. Like I said, maybe if I was an outsider looking in, maybe I would say, oh, you probably could have ran a little bit more or done something a little bit more active to stay in shape, whatever. Um, I didn't notice any difference really, but
So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to what you said earlier, Brandon, and how you enjoyed going on these trips and
Mm-hmm.
being a part of the. Do you think, as parents, do we push it more than we need to?
100%. I know I do. Personally, I know for a fact I do. I push like I push my girls. My girls love volleyball already, but I enjoy volleyball. I enjoy the trips. I enjoy the tournaments. I enjoy all that stuff. So, do I, at the start of the club season, Joni sends out the thing for all of us coaches to pick the tournaments. I asked the girls, hey, is there any that we're just totally against? They were all, we love going out of town. We love going out of town. I said, sweet, so do I. So I picked as many out of town as possible. And it's like I said, I get a lot of my social battery fill in those situations. You know what I mean? So I look forward to them. I push my kids to do things like that. Just not gonna lie, because selfishly I enjoy it too, and I know I'm gonna get benefit from it. So, but I do think that parents, the majority of the friends I've made in Amherst or in this area, Kearney community, are through two things: work or my kids' sports. That's probably how I have met 99% of the people I know in central Nebraska
Well,
is
now
through
we're
those
back.
two things.
Now we're back to the small community talk
Yeah.
because that's how it happens.
Yeah, it is. It is. You see all these faces and you see them walking down the street and you see them in the bar, you see them at the restaurant, and then all of a sudden girls are on the same club team and I see them 3-4 weekends in a row and it's, there it goes from there.
conversation just happens. And
Yeah. So yeah, I do think ultimately a lot of parents um, push kids to do more than less, and whatever their reason is, I don't know, but my reason is like I said, I enjoy it and I get my kind of social fill from it. So,
and you like to be busy.
and I
You
do,
and your wife.
yeah, we're very very busy.
Well, how would you answer that, Riley? Did your parents push you?
Um, I think so. I know there was a couple times there with Legion baseball. I was getting burnt out on baseball for sure. Not sure if I wanted to do it or not, and I know it was something my dad really enjoyed, um, and I ultimately that was a big deciding factor for me of what does my dad want me to do, because I know he enjoys it. I know he gets a lot of socialization from it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'll do it for him. And not just because of him, but, I enjoyed it too. But I just knew Legion Baseball for me was a lot. I practice every day, and every day you're not practicing, you have a doubleheader of 9 inning doubleheader. It was day in, day out baseball all day, every day. It was a lot. So that was the only time I ever experienced burnout in a sport. Um, so
Do you think you'll push your boys? It's probably a little early to ask that
it's a little
question,
early.
but
I would like to think no, but I know where Kyle sits on this. He thinks I will. Um, I think it's almost inevitable, that you kind of push them. Um, I think where I stand right now with sports is I want to get them into them because I want my kids to learn how to be a part of a team. I want to get them into individual sports because I think there's a lot to learn of self-confidence that you can get from individual sports, that um, the sense of victory of I can do this by myself, um, just the confidence that it builds. So right now that's kind of more what I'm focusing on, and kind of what I want out of sports with them. Not so much. It's hard to say. They're both so young, at 5 and 3, that it's like Yes, my younger one shows more athletic ability at this moment than my older one. Things can change though. Um, I was I was faster than my older brother for many years until somewhere in his teens my dad told him, "Well, you move your feet a million miles an hour, but you don't stride out. They just go." Ever since then, he was faster than me. So, I mean, just things like that where here I was thinking I was more athletic than my brother for all these years. I could run faster, I could throw farther, I could do this and that better than him. Then just in one summer, he had just surpassed me, you know? So it's hard to say. I don't know if I'm guessing I'll probably push them once when they start to develop skills and interests in different fields.
Maybe
Just because I
find
want
their
them to do
niche.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I want them to do sports, so I think I'm gonna try to
Be-
keep them into it.
Being the older guy, I guess you'd have to ask my kids if I did or not. I'd like to think I pushed them a little bit, but not terrible. But like I said, you might want to ask them, talk to them. That'd be a different podcast episode. So
No, back to the off season thing. I think it is important that kids have memories outside of sports. I think sports memories are also important, but I think you've got to have those memories of a childhood, of your teens, of things that you experienced with your friends outside of sports. I just I don't see it ever getting better in terms of schedules. I see it only getting more and more and more. That's one of the common things I've seen is just, you compare to when we were in high school to where, when Jarek first got in high school and he's only got a year left, and now I'm looking at Jazzy who's got arguably just as crazy of a schedule as an eighth grader. And all I can think of is what is hers going to look like going through high school. I don't see an end to these kids wanting to be essentially a part of everything. I feel like that maybe is part of what happens is they just, like you said, they like being with their friends. And so if their friends are doing it, I'm going to do it, which then means their schedule's just insane.
Well, so personal, pretty deep personal story here. So I know that I enjoyed doing sports, and I don't think I experienced burnout as much because so my home life growing up was pretty chaotic. It was just a lot of stuff going on, nothing healthy for me to be home and seeing. So sports was my outlet. I enjoyed going to school because it got me away from home. I like to do sports because it got me away from home longer. Um, and so I think me doing those things, I never experienced burnout because of that stuff.
different mentality.
Yeah, it's uh, and I'm sure there's plenty of other kids out there that kind of might have had the same experiences as me growing up, where sports they would rather be doing sports and go home, is kind of where I was sort of at growing up, and so I never. If I was gonna burn out of anything, it was burn out of being home than doing sports or going to school or doing anything else. So
Real quick, it's totally off subject. So Steph and Jarek just left. Jarek has
oh
MEPS
boy,
tomorrow and Friday in Omaha, right? For Air Force.
Right.
So he's got a physical, blood work, testing, all that stuff. 2 days worth. Well, Steph, really, it started hitting her like the last couple of weeks, like my baby boy's like gonna be leaving home. So she's a hot mess. Okay. So when the recruiter told him he's got to go do this MEPS testing and all this stuff, he's like, "Yeah, we've got a shuttle bus. You can take the shuttle, and it'll take you and whoever else is going through at the same time. We'll shuttle you to Omaha, put you up in a hotel. We'll shuttle you back and forth, to all the appointments and stuff, and then we'll bring you home Friday afternoon." Oh no, Steph needed her quality, mother son time, so she's going with. She just texts me, "Good quality time." Not even 5 minutes down the road, and Jarek's just passed out. Not even.
Well, he's got to get his rest for the tests.
Oh God. So yeah,
Share with Kyle that story you told me today
which one?
about not allowed to wear certain things.
Oh yeah. So one of the things, and I haven't done the research, so maybe you know the answer to this because I don't. So he went in to the recruiter yesterday and had to go through like a briefing of what to expect with MEPS. And one of the things the recruiter said is the only underwear you're allowed to wear are whitey tighties or the loose fitting like boxers. Can't wear boxer briefs. Boxer briefs are strictly prohibited. Why? Does anybody know why?
I told him why I thought.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I can't wear boxer briefs, I'm out. I'm out.
I'm not going military.
Not going military. If I can't wear boxer briefs, I'm out.
What's your thought on that, Kyle?
I do think technically boxer briefs are like the worst to wear for like health purposes. Restrictions and stuff. But I can't imagine that, like, is that the reasoning? I don't know.
Could be a contributing factor.
What was your answer?
My answer was I
don't think it's true.
I think boxer briefs are probably one of the more popular underwear for males.
Probably the most popular. I would have to guess.
If I was to bet on it, I would say they're the most popular over whitey tighties, regular boxers. My thought on it was it's to get in the mind, start playing mind tricks early on, saying, how often do you think about your underwear when you put it on? Never, you just put not the same boxer briefs on, but you wear the boxer briefs day in, day out. Well, all until you show up to this and they say, nope, can't wear them anymore. Now you start thinking about it. Man, I can't wear boxer briefs. Now I have to wear either this or that. I've never worn those before. Now it's a big deal. Now they're in your head. It's a mind trick thing.
He thinks they're going mental warfare on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Sarah answered it for us.
Well, read it.
The restrictions for briefs are largely due to standard uniform, hygiene, and the need for a lack of specific types of support. Also chafing.
Just throw that in.
Is that real? Is that what it said when you looked it up? Well, there you go, Jarek. I love boxer briefs.
Did he pack some baby powder? Apparently chafing is a big issue.
Also, okay, so apparently there's also a commando option. This is what ChatGPT came up with, everybody.
Well, now we know.
Now I'm back in. Commando, okay, we're good.
It's like the Seinfeld episode when Kramer couldn't figure out because he wanted to have a kid. So, do you remember that one? He was wearing whitey tighties. They told him cut off his sperm count.
Yep.
Then he finally was like, I ain't wearing anything. I'm out there, baby, and loving every minute of it. I mean, there's only thing between you and me is a thin layer of gabardine.
Yeah.
Classic. Classic.
But, yeah, no. Off-season, it'd be nice to run like a trial. Maybe I'll see if I can convince one of my kids to just take an off-season and see how it affects them. Doubtful. But, yeah, they need memories outside of sports memories. I do think those are vital to just being a kid and growing up. Everything's finding a happy medium, right? Happy balance.
Mm-hmm. Everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
That might be a good thing, Bren. Maybe you go back and say to the girls, listen, you got 2 weeks. You don't have to do anything for 2 weeks.
Well, that's...
Or whatever time frame.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
Well, there's a saying in there. I'm going to butcher it because I don't speak Chinese. But she says, Ujibi fun. And Jaden Smith goes, oh, geez, be fun? And she's like, oh, no, it's Ujibi fun. Too much good stuff is bad stuff. Is basically the saying of that. And it just goes
Hey,
right into
there
it.
you go. Yeah.
Too much
I didn't know
sports.
where you were going with
Yeah.
that. But,
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Fujibi.
Okay,
Well-
Jackie Chan.
So now you have homework for the next time.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out what that timeline is.
Oh.
And the way it sounds, your oldest daughter will be all over it.
Yeah, Jaden be all for it. She already has on the calendar like marked out. She knows that like these 3 weeks are her like summer freedom, and then it's go after that. Jazzy's, I think Jazzy has to be go at least right now. It may change as she gets into high school, but she doesn't want to sit still.
Fair enough.
So where we sit with it is
Everything in moderation.
everything in moderation. Be intentional with your time.
Yep.
And parents,
Make
check
good
yourself.
memories, whether they're sports or not.
parents, check yourself. Make sure you're not.
Except me. We're going to all the way,
Pushing.
all the away tournaments, furthest tournaments possible.
It's his vacation.
It's because he's got a new Suburban.
Home away from home, baby.
Nothing like a nice hotel bed.
Hey, there's some nice hotels in Omaha and Lincoln.
The one we stay at for the Great Plains, it's almost like those long hallways are like
no, that one
The Shining.
I like the one down the block from
You
it.
remember
more.
that movie?
Yes, I do. Yeah, the
Red.
last time we were there, we had like the room at the clear. It was like a mile walk to get to it.
Yeah. Red rum.
We're digressing, and I'm all for it. I stayed at a hotel once in West Yellowstone. Creepiest hotel I've ever stayed at. I didn't sleep a lick. It was straight from The Shining. It was red rum for sure.
I'm not far from having to get my own hotel rooms because my family hates. I'm an early bird. I'm up like 6 o'clock. I'm up. Doesn't matter how late I was out the night before. Doesn't matter what I did. And all the rest of my family they'd sleep till noon if somebody let them. I'm up, showering, getting ready, going in and out, coffee, breakfast, like let's go. And they're just snoring. They hate it. I'm gonna have to start getting my own room, I think.
So what you're saying is, at state volleyball, Bowden's sleeping with you.
Bring it on. If he's an early bird too, let's do this.
No, he just wakes up after a full charge.
Oh yeah.
Going 100 mile an hour.
I've rolled into many hotel rooms at 2-3 in the morning, been right up and rolling at 6 a.m. the next day.
Even better yet, Bowden is a night owl who likes to get up early and ready to go.
All right, Bowden. You have your juice box. I got mine. Let's put a movie on. We're good. All right, Dad fit check. Do's and
do's and don'ts for dads.
What are the do's and don'ts for the dad sideline fit check? Who wants to go?
Well, you earlier
Yeah.
said you had a topic,
Okay,
so
all
you
right.
you better start us.
Okay. No, I can't start this. No, I can't start this.
He has to finish it.
I gotta finish it.
Well, I always go first, so I'll go first. Let's see here. Dues. I think there's something to the old classic dad look. Cargo shorts.
Get out of
White-
town.
Jorts.
Some jorts. You either get the old school leather Nike shoes or New Balance shoes. Some of those with not
Calf
really
high.
calf high.
You're joking
Not
right now,
knee,
right?
Not like low calf, mid calf socks.
Mm-hmm.
Cargo shorts with like just a nice t-shirt.
No,
you know?
the next sporting event we're at all together, I want you to show up. You will not show up like that.
I think that's.
No, I want.
I got.
Let's
I
see
got
this.
$3 saying he will.
Let's see this.
You've not seen that look on him before?
No.
Throwing it on a Hawaiian shirt as well. Count
Oh
me
my
in.
God. All right, there's something to be said like
So
if you
Hawaiian
do it.
shirt, cargo shorts.
No.
And if you really, really want to do it well, if it's hot out, you wear those white socks.
Oh my!
Sandals.
You guys are killing me. No, like I could see doing it as like a
Usually Birkenstocks.
as like a
I like-
one-off
I like my
like joke.
socks with
You guys are
Birkenstocks.
Oh, so you're Mr.
You're
Fashion.
giving me anxiety.
You're Mr. Fashion debonair.
No,
or
I'm
whatever.
not. I'm not. But you're not really wearing that to every like. You would wear that to every football game.
I wouldn't.
Right. You know dang well you
Riley
wouldn't
wouldn't
either.
if it's cold.
Yeah, I don't. No, I didn't go to a single one because it's usually kind of cold out. So no, I'm not wearing that. I think I did show up to one of Baylor's soccer matches with that outfit on.
Sarah, is he telling the truth?
Sometimes you got to live a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge.
Here's my one that I really don't care for is the white New Balance shoes. Nice wind pants, sweatpant type things, and then you wear like a polo or some nice shirt. Like that makes that's not a combination.
Nope.
Tucked in, mind you.
Yeah, I'm not a tuck-in shirt guy.
You like those?
T-shirts, right? Can't unless it's under, like you have like a button up in your undershirt. Like if I'm only rocking a T-shirt, never tucked in. Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it.
Some people like that though, because then you don't have to worry about plumber's crack.
What in the world?
So you haven't finished. You haven't
Going
said what
south real fast.
you haven't said what you would. What your
I think there's a lot of options. Sneakers, joggers, shorts, nice joggers, nice shorts, not cargo shorts, not shorts 8 inches past your knees.
These are some nice pants you got on, Brandon. What brand are those?
I don't know what they are, but they're
Lululemon.
joggers.
And how much do they cost you? Too much. Next question.
and I think
Just saying.
And I think he used the word sneakers.
Yes, sneakers.
I haven't heard that one for a while, and I'm old.
Sneakers are back, baby.
Did you mean Skechers?
No.
I got me a pair of those.
Oh my God.
Slip-ons, baby.
Ear infection.
All right, let's moving on. Move on.
So here's a question for you, though. If you're talking about dad attire,
Okay.
kind of, do you ever go to a sporting event or anything like that without a hat?
Yeah. Not often.
Can you name me one or two?
Sporting events. So believe it or not, before I moved to Nebraska, outside of work, didn't wear hats often. I don't know what happened. Probably receding hairline a little bit, but the hat thing is really a Nebraska thing. And I don't know.
I have a hard time remember seeing you without a hat, even on the sideline in volleyball.
You know what? That's a mojo thing, okay? We're not going away from it.
It's a Brandon thing.
We're not going away. I didn't wear one at state
It's not super.
championship game.
You didn't?
It's a little
Nope.
suspicious.
No,
Yeah, he's not superstitious.
just a little.
Thank you, Michael Scott. Okay, that's fair.
Dad.
Sneakers, joggers, or shorts, T-shirt, hoodie. I'm not a quarter zip guy. No quarter zip. Yeah,
What about a full zip?
definitely not a full zip.
Would you rather
I will
have a
never
full
wear a
zip?
full zip.
Why
Or a
not?
quarter zip.
I don't like zip. Period.
How do you get your jeans on?
Do you do 501?
Most of my pants don't have zippers. Jeans. I probably have 5 pairs of jeans, and they're all work jeans. When was the last time you saw me wear a pair of jeans outside of work?
I don't remember last time I saw you wear jeans at work.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Life of a boss, baby.
Hey.
Boom, roasted.
You guys are laughing at me, and you're talking about wearing New Balances with knee-high socks, cargo shorts, cargo shorts,
You weren't
and a
listening.
Hawaiian shirt.
We're not going knee high.
Not knee. They're
going
not
calf.
ankle. They're not even like these. Those bad boys.
Oh my God.
These are all I wear, baby. Generic, no Nike brand on those.
No way.
Generic.
Yeah.
I think anything.
So who chose this segment?
I think anything you can get
I believe Brandon did.
From the local
Did I really?
Well,
Yeah.
is a steal.
Because you wanted to finish it, right?
Well, I got finished by you two is what happened.
Careful with that.
Yeah, hold on. That just.
I'm gone. Okay, here's the question of the day. What are the best sounds in sports? And I'll give you an example for one. For example, is a swish in basketball when you hear it.
Okay.
That's
Now,
my.
this could be from the stands or it could be actually participating in the sport too. So, your choice.
That's my top is a basketball swish. Second would be a pure golf shot.
Do you hear a pure golf shot?
Yeah.
It does have a distinct sound.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking. Don't know if I've ever hit one, so I'm just wondering.
Me swish.
I don't know if I have a one. There's something about empty baseball stadium with the crack of a wooden bat. So it's great sound. I like the golf ball going into the hole sound.
Oh yeah, bottom of the cup.
Bottom of the cup
Yeah,
sound.
that's a good one.
Bouncing around a little bit. Those are probably my two that I like.
Best sounds in sports. I'm going to go with some of the things that the crowd says.
Those are your favorite sounds of sports?
Sometimes. Like if you, like on volleyball with the big kill, if the crowd yells kaboom, and hits the floor and
Okay.
Oh,
things like that.
and Go Big Red. Go Big Red.
Well, that one.
Probably
But
one of your favorite sounds, huh?
yeah. So I'm not saying everything because sometimes what the crowd says is bad, but I just think of some of those. It's kind of cool.
Well, here's another one. What about when a kicker and the football hits the upright? Doing. Yeah.
A lot of people might say, "Well, no, I don't like that sound because it's never good when you hear it."
Uh-huh.
It is a fun sound though.
Yeah.
It makes a unique sound.
I like to say it reverberates.
It does reverb. Can you spell that?
No. So I can't use
Do you hear coaching in volleyball? Like you just said, like a big kill. Like, do you hear the crowd a lot? Like, do you catch a lot of that? For some reason, it's like zoned out to me.
No, not so much when I'm coaching.
More just if you're watching.
Yeah. Or if things are going well, I try to listen to the student sections. Yeah, see what it's like. So there, every once in a while, I'll say, "What'd they say?"
Yeah.
Because you just, it's fun to listen to them. But
Yeah, basketball's my number one.
how about the bounce of the ball on the hardwood? The sneakers squeaking on the floor.
Yep,
That is a good one.
that's a good one.
Still not number one though.
One thing that I don't like and I get tired of is when we go to these volleyball tournaments, all the frickin' whistles.
Well, now they're all the electronic ones, and there's
Yeah.
4 different settings, and it's just
After a day being in gym with 30 courts, it's like
What about just a crowd erupting? Whether it's the sport team is coming out onto the floor, court, field, whatever, crowd erupts, game-winning shot, whatever, crowd erupts. Just the crowd eruption, super loud, everyone all at once yelling at the top of their lungs. Pretty good sound.
mm-hmm.
Pretty
Yeah.
good sound.
yeah. I mean the sound of it's numerous sounds of like when Huskers walk in to the stadium,
Yeah.
Memorial
Tunnel walk.
Tunnel Walk,
It's almost cooler hearing it outside the stadium.
which I have a really sad story about that, but
Oh,
sad for me.
do you want to hold my hand while you tell it?
No, it's not really sad. It's just it's a
Can we get a box of tissue?
I got a scar from this moment.
Oh, I actually do know. So Sarah's favorite sound is when it's a big hit to the block, to the floor.
It's the quick.
Oh,
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
All you hear.
Straight to the floor. From the hand to the two hands to the floor. Boom, boom, boom.
I like more after the fact because it was like a solo block and all go, ooh, or whatever the heck they do. Yeah.
See, again, whatever the crowd responses or
Yeah.
things like that.
Yep, I like a big crowd eruption.
This is going south.
Oh my God. So you want to hear? You want to hear my?
Yeah,
my-
we do. What we?
Okay.
Do we need to start a bonfire and sing "Kumbaya"? What are
No,
we doing
it's
this, or-
just it's so when we first moved out here, and I, been a Husker fan my whole life. Steph knew it. I'd never been to a Husker game. Okay. So Steph surprised me. I can't remember what it was for. Steph surprised me. Got us our first Husker football tickets, and there was a handful, a group of us. I think there was like 6 or 8 of us. And weeks leading up to this game, I'm telling her, we have to be in the stadium for the tunnel walk. We have to be in the stadium for the tunnel walk. We have to be in the stadium for the tunnel walk, right? Said, I want to experience that. So we get into Lincoln, and, of course, we gotta park the car, and then, you can't walk past, this bar without going in and, having a pregame, and then, we walk past this bar, and I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, hey, we got to go. Well, we got time. Let's go in this one, have one more. Guess what? We didn't make it in the stadium to see. And I was pissed. I was mad. Missed it, didn't get to see it, all because, I'm not going to say names, but all because somebody was too worried about pregaming instead of going into the stadium. Then, mind you, we couldn't get in anywhere afterwards because she pregamed a little too hard. So the second thing I wanted to do on this trip was go eat at Buzzard Billy's. Never ate at Buzzard Billy's. Everybody was like, oh, it's the greatest occasion. You got to go. Go to walk in Buzzard Billy. Bouncer looks at her. Yeah, you're not coming in. That's nice. Don't get to do that either. Weekend ruined.
That is a sad story.
That is a sad story.
That is touching.
That is a
Brandon.
sad story.
Oh my.
First Husker game, and I didn't get to see the tunnel walk.
Oh,
Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
tear jerk.
Well, you know what? It was depressing for me, okay? That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was experience the tunnel walk.
I don't blame you. I'm just giving you a bad time, Brandon.
Thanks for watching this episode of Dads Beyond the Bleachers. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you on the next one.
Woo! Hey, put a smile on your face. Sunday chillin', song that you can bump to. One day chillin', doing whatever you want to. Sunday chillin', song to sing along to. And we gon' do whatever we gon' do. I know you want to, you can sing along too. Yeah. I see you can sing along.